tell us what is it looking like and what is the heat situation there, because Shubhman Gill in his press conference pretty much mentioned that the climate will be a big factor in selecting the final 11.
Absolutely, Rika. It's 10:05 here in Leeds at the moment, and it's pretty warm. It's muggy. It's kind of that kind of morning, but it's expected to be around 30 degrees as the day progresses. Last couple of days have been very hot. I've been here from the 14th onwards, and I can tell you, not a speck of rain, which is very unusual for Leeds. It's pretty cold at this point in time. June Leeds has always been chilly. This one is hot. Today, the temperatures are expected to go up to 31. I'm right in front, as you can see, the Headingley Cricket Ground. Behind me is the St. Michael's Lane entrance for the media. This is buzzing. From around 9 o'clock in the morning, people have been coming in. There are flags being sold, Indian caps being sold, the tricolour being sold, Indian fans coming in and taking, meeting us and saying, oh, we've traveled from India. The buzz is electrifying. The team came in. You can see the visuals on your left. The team came in about half an hour, 45 minutes back. The only question, and I could hear you and Osama talk about it, is it Sai Sudarshan or is it Nitish Reddy and Shardul Thakur together? That's the only selection conundrum, because yesterday, if you watch the Indian practice or the updates, the Indian team had an optional session. None of the premier bowlers came. Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, these bowlers, Shardul Thakur, they did not turn up because they had an intense 3-hour practice session the previous day on the 18th of June. So you can clearly understand Rahul, Jaiswal, these guys came in and had a long day. I thought KL Rahul looked tremendous to me. Absolutely tremendous. The feet were moving, the eye and the hand-eye coordination, clearly the defensive acumen. And in that interview with me yesterday, Sachin Tendulkar made a fascinating point. He said, these conditions, there will be assistance for the bowlers. When you get beaten, when you're out there in tough batting conditions, at that point, don't try and play an expansive shot. People think that when you play aggressive, only then you are, you're kind of going in with a positive intent. That's not the case in England. In England, when you block out bowlers, when you grind, when you don't give your wicket away, that is also positive intent. And that's how it should be for the Indians. Because if you bat the first 2 hours, Rika and Osama, this wicket will be extremely good for batting. I was in the shade yesterday in the gallery when the practice was going on, because the sun was belting down. Already I can see the sun starting to come. It's going to be a heck of a day.
Boria, we can see you sweating right now as well. Can we call it home conditions for India then?
Oh, yes and no. Still there's a bit of moisture. There will be a lot of grass. I was checking the wicket today. If I can tell you, match day -3, I couldn't distinguish between the outfield and the wicket. Match day -4. Match day -3, tinge of brown. Today, you can actually understand, okay, this is the outfield, this is the wicket, but still has a lot of green. Wind toss, I'd say, go the Sourav Ganguly route of 20 or 2, bat first. Bat out the first 2 hours. It will be difficult batting conditions, but then you have a lot of batting to do because these conditions will favor batting. Tomorrow, there are chances of thunder showers around midday in Leeds, from around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Day after, it becomes chilly. Monday, it becomes 17 and 30 in the high and the low. So the temperature will drop by 13, 14 degrees. So wind toss bat first, put in the hard yards, and you can win this test.
Boria, you mentioned about the conditions there. I want to understand from you the condition of the pitch, because from what we have seen, it looks like a green track, but a lot of experts, they have been saying that, look, this can be there can be a dual nature to this pitch. It might look green, but it might also be great for batting. What did you make of the pitch? Because you have been there, you have seen the pitch yourself. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I spoke to the curator. I spoke to multiple ground staff, and there will be about 8 mm grass. Why? Because of the heat, it has to get the wicket bound together. That is why the 8 mm grass will be left. Sachin made an interesting point yesterday saying, the Leeds ground staff knows that because of this unusual heat, the wicket can break down, which is why they will leave a lot of grass. Having said that, once the sun comes out, it will be extremely good batting conditions. So your point is well taken. I would say the first couple of hours will be difficult. Once you are there and you've established yourself, you've got in, These are really good batting conditions, session 2, session 3. Whichever team wins the toss could just want to do that because from tomorrow there will be cloud cover. There will be rain. And three things, and this is not me saying, this is Sachin telling me yesterday. He says, when you are in England, keep in mind three things. 1, overhead conditions. 2, the nature of the air. What does he mean by nature of the air? If it's raining, the air is heavy with moisture. And 3, obviously the condition of the wicket. I think today will be the best day of batting from the second session and third session. Tomorrow it becomes cloudy. Day after it becomes cloudy. So whichever team, you've got to take a bold and a courageous call. Go out there, bat first, make a statement, score runs.
Boria, I have two quick questions for you. One is, if England happens to win the toss, would you say Bazball will be pressed into action pretty much from the first session?
Yes, because again, the Duke's ball, and Rika, you covered as much cricket to know the Duke's ball will not do much in the first 7-8 overs. After that, because of that extra coating of lacquer, once the first 8 overs are done or 9 overs are done, you will see the ball start to move. And that's how England knows. So the first 7-8 overs, whoever the openers are, will have the chance to play themselves in, get contact. And then once the ball starts to move, by then you've already established yourself. England will play Bazball. Having said that, Ben Stokes said yesterday that yes, they will be aggressive, but they will also be sensible. So that's the approach that England will take, because Bazball oftentimes has gone bust as well. It cannot be boom or bust, because that's the problem with England. That's what I've seen. India will have a chance. I was watching Jasprit Bumrah's net session intently day before yesterday, and I can tell you this. Yesterday he did not come. He bowled for about an hour and a half. Obviously there were other bowlers bowling. And Rishabh Pant was batting. He beat Rishabh Pant 7-8 times. Right. He got Shubhman Gill's edge 2-3 times with a chaffer. He beat KL Rahul. He was bowling like a man possessed. And the best part about him was every time he beat someone, he was like, wicket, good ball, very good ball. I've got the edge. And he was charging himself. Gautam Gambhir was standing at the top of the mark. And I could see, I had a very close look. Gautam Gambhir was chatting with Jasprit Bumrah for long. There were one-on-one conversations with Siraj, with Jasprit Bumrah, with Shardul Thakur, with KL Rahul, and there was a 40-minute conversation with Shubhman Gill. I have seen, Rika, I don't remember if you were in Australia or not. Yeah. Gautam Gambhir here looks to me way more involved than what I have seen in Australia.
The man in charge, perhaps, for the Indian cricket team.